Everything you make, you have to like doing it. Otherwise, why are you doing it? Should I cover that chair? I think it might look cuter. Hang on. 1 second. Better? Worse? I think it's better. Yeah, that's cute. This video is about art. It's about my feelings about art, my feelings about you, my feelings about you and your art and the art you make and the art you continue to make and the art that I need you to keep making, okay? So what I'm telling you here is something you might already know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And what that is only you can make the art that you make. It's one of the only things in the world where it's like, no one else can do it like you can. Your style is unique. Your method is unique. Your approach is unique. Your mind is unique. Everything you put into your art is 100% you. So when you make art, make it for you. Like, are you kidding? Why the fuck are you gonna make it for someone else? Everything you make, you have to like doing it. Otherwise, why are you doing it? Money? You can make things you don't like for money. But I think anyone who's tried to do that, myself included, knows that when you try and make things for money, long term, it's not very sustainable unless you're supplementing it with stuff that's just made for you. So what I'm telling you here, what I'm saying, and what I'm begging you to take away from this video is that only you can make the art you make. So keep making the art that you make in the way that you like to make it, because the world needs your art. Everyone is capable of creation forever. I shy away from it a lot. Like I had a real tough time. It was really hard to kind of find my footing again, and I'm still kind of wading in the shallows. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm trying a few different things at the moment. I'm getting into wire wrapping. I might post some pictures of that, or I might go and show you at some point. I pointed over there because that's what my table is, and my table has my bag charms that I've been making on it. So I'll go show you. Let's do that. Behold, my craft studio. Actually, this isn't my craft studio. My craft studio is the sofa. I move all of this stuff, all the beads and everything. I move it over to the sofa where I sit and watch Game of Thrones, and that's where I do my beading, like bidding. Yeah. So this is what I'm into lately. I'm making little bag charms. I guess that's my current thing. I started doing it nearly a month ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago now, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really into the wire wrapping process. I think they're getting better as well, because like when I first started, they weren't very cohesive. It was just me trying to use up beads. I bought these 2 jars of beads from a charity shop, and so I was like, what am I going to do with these beads? And I was like, oh, I know, I can give this a try, because I don't know, it just looks fun. And I got a few reels on Instagram that were saying showing off people's wire wrapping, and I was like, well, that looks cool as hell. I want to do that. So yeah, anyway, this one, not very cohesive. It's just like random beads, random colors, not a lot going on. And then like this one, for example, has a lot more of cohesion. It's got similar colors, similar kind of vibe, quite earthy. I really like this one, actually. I really like this orb. But yeah, as you can see, I'm still a beginner. I'm still just starting out, but I'm really enjoying it. I also really like this one too. I called it strawberry shortcake. That's what I'm referring to it affectionately as. It's really nice. I like that one lots. Yeah, so that was my my wire wrapping interval. I hope you liked them. I'm gonna make some more. I think I've run out of wire. I've got this much wire left, but I've got lots of this weird kind of black coated wire, and it's a bit lame because whenever you try and wrap it, all of the black stuff just kind of comes off, so it looks really messy. So a lot of the earlier ones that I made were messy. Oh, I can show you the first thing. It's this. That's what I made. I should probably turn the camera around. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I made this hanging dehydrated orange and bead display. I saw it online and thought, I want one in my house. I found a perfect stick for it, and yeah, I just wanted to make one. So this is the black wire I was talking about. You can't really see actually that comes off. If I can find one that's like, maybe here. Let me inspect, hang on. Yeah, maybe, oh, okay, over here. Like, let me see if I can zoom in without killing the quality completely. But yeah, like the wire just comes through and it's just like, it's not as pretty as the other wire, but that's the first thing that I made. And I found this other massive stick when I was out and about the other day. You know, other one for scale, I guess. And my thinking is that it would look really good, like, if I could make a really long, like, bead curtain here. Please excuse my empty walls. I don't own a drill and I have no money, but I do want to put some shelves up and some, like, art or whatever. But for now, I can't afford it because I'm unemployed. So, do you like my mug? I got it from Legoland. I think it has since been discontinued. I also got an ice cube tray that was like shaped like Lego bricks, but I think that also has been discontinued, which is a real fucking shame because it made really cool ice and I've lost mine. I don't know where it is. I could probably find one online, but mine was from Legoland, as is this mug. So the point is, while those things could have been made by other people, easily, people more talented than me could have made these bag charms to a much higher standard, and like, you know, and the hangy orange peel thing in my room. There are way better ones out there. There are ones that, you know, have really pretty beads and really, you could take a picture of mine and show it to a professional and say, emulate that exactly. I want that. And they could make it. But they didn't. That one in there is fully me. That was my clumsy vision, my first attempt at wire wrapping, my very, loosely wrapped things that makes probably no sense to someone who's been in the field for a long, long time. It's probably really messy and senseless, and probably the methods that I use were likely quite long-winded for the result that was attained, but that's because I made it. It's mine. And if I gifted it to somebody, it would be one of a kind. It would be the only orange slicer beaded curtain thingy made by me, Shana. And that's, I don't know, that I feel like I'm tripping myself up on the kind of technicalities of this, where it's like, well, someone else could have made that. Like, if you show someone who's good, they could make it. But it's like, but they didn't. I made it because I had the vision. Only I had the messy, clumsy vision of what I wanted to do with it. And that's the same as you. You have messy, clumsy vision, and you know what to do with it. And that's make art. And I love making art. I really do. I think I haven't had enough, you know what's funny? I was gonna say I haven't had enough time. Unemployed for the last month. It has been a month, and my clock is up there. It's one of those clocks that has the date on it. That's why I'm looking over there. I'm trying to do maths. I'm trying to do 23. I'm trying to do 29 divided by... No, I'm trying to do... How many numbers are between 23 and 29? I think it's 6. So, it's been 36 days since my last day at work. I've had nothing but time, and I've enjoyed basically all of it. So, to say I haven't had the time would be a lie. But I've been doing so much fun stuff that I feel like I haven't even had the time to do fun stuff. I want to play with things. I want to experiment, not in a sciencey way or a sexual way, but in a, like, other mediums. Like, and that's what I did with the wire wrapping, you know? It's something that I've never ever done before, and now I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm churning out all of these charms. And also, on that same kind of note, is that I decided that, because I keep making them, is that I would try to sell them, because I've never done anything like that either, and I think that will be fun. So what I started doing, I took like, you know, like product shots of them, and the shots looked just a bit naff. Like, I took them in my house, well, not in my house, on my balcony, and they just look kind of like, So I thought, oh, what would be cool would be to like just to mash them up with pictures from my camera roll to make them like, I don't know, more artsy. And then in doing that, I was finding out that like I was really enjoying the kind of like, not quite photo bash, not quite collage, but kind of experience of making what I was making. So I'll show you I'll show you those, maybe now, I don't know. That's a problem for editing me, but maybe it'll be like, I'll make a voiceover. I'll go through the ones that I made and explain them and make a little voiceover to say, this is what I did here. And then maybe I can put my shop link in the description, and this whole video can be a plug for my store that's not yet live. This message is so messy, but I think I'm really messy. I don't think I'm cohesive. I think I'm falling apart, but in a good way. I think I'm falling apart in the kind of way where like a phoenix rises from the ashes. I feel like with the equinox, spring equinox, and I've seen a lot of herons recently. It's very windy outside. I've seen a lot of herons, and apparently they're symbolic of something like new beginnings or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but if not, cool. I just had this really big feeling inside me lately, like a massive, huge intuitive thing where it's just like I'm kind of entering a new season in my life. And maybe it's the unemployment talking. Maybe it's the fact that I don't have any excuses anymore. I have no reason to not live the way I want to live. It's always been, oh, I'm too busy to do that with work. I'm too tired from work. I can't possibly put any effort into making content, or I haven't got time to play. I can't sit and just like draw with oil pastels for no reason. There has to be an end goal for this. But since quitting my job, even though I'm starting to feel the financial strain a bit, I was going to go on holiday, like really impulsively, but I thought about it and I was like, okay, I think irresponsibility has a limit, and I think I found it. So I'm going to start being more responsible. But I just have this really, really good, really big feeling that something really exciting is coming for me. And it's not like in a skinwalker way, like something really big is coming to my house to kill me. It's like, I feel like I'm just stepping into the summer of my life. I don't really know what I think is going to change, especially if I don't change, but that's why I am changing. This is going to be my, I think, sixth video, if you include the YouTube poop from like 3 years ago. And I never would have made any videos if I was still doing my job. And yes, like, I'm not saying that this has been a massive change in my life, you know, oh my God, it's transformed everything. But there's media now of me out there that I wanted to share. You know, I love the idea of just chatting on camera, and maybe someone sees it and likes it. That's great. If not, fine. But there's no way that I would have ever gotten home from work, set up my camera and sat and talked to it for like an hour. It just wouldn't have happened. It's not, your time feels so precious, because it is more important than money. All we have is time, valuable commodity. It's fucking insane how little we have, really. Especially if you've got a full-time job. If you've got a full-time job, quit your full-time job. I'm not even fucking lying. So I always get like an immediate wave of like privilege when that happens. I had enough savings to quit my job, and I've got about like with a maybe month and a half, 2-month safety net before I'm fucked. So I get that it's not for everyone. You can't just quit your job. It's not feasible. But if you're in a position where you can quit your job and have like an interim of, I guess, self-discovery, please do. Even if it's like you can quit your job and start looking for one the 2 days after. But I think that there's a very specific audience I've got in mind for this. It's people who don't like their jobs. They're secure enough to safely quit with no backup plan for a little while. Like, my job it didn't pay really well. I'm drinking chai. It was left over from this morning, so I microwaved it. And then I walked away from my microwave to go and hit my hand with some spoons for like a minute to like hear the noise that it made. And then when I went back to the kitchen, the tea had bubbled over and made a mess in my microwave. Specific audience: if you are in a position where you can quit your job and no, there's more to it. There's like, that's what it would be like if I was a dog. You wake up, you're full of dread, you go to work, it sucks, you hate it. You come home, you think about work, it sucks, you hate it. Quit your fucking job. Just quit it. Like, yeah, okay. I think I'm not good at advice. I think what I need to do is talk about my own personal experience, and whatever you can take from that, take from that. My job paid roughly, like my take home was £2,200 because I'm British. That was my take home. That's what I would get every month, and that's a decent amount. I mean, it's not a good amount of money, but it's the most that I've ever made. I've had a few jobs, and they've mostly been, some were kitchen jobs. I had a weird work from home job. I think that's all I've done. I think I've only done kitchen jobs, a weird work from home admin job, and my last job, indoor gardening. And that job paid really well compared to the others. It paid well for what it was, and part of me was like, oh, should I quit my job? Do I really need to like think about like that's such a decent paycheck to get like £2,000 a month when my rent is £800? It's just like, that's a decent chunk of change. It works. You can save with it. It's an all right. It's a living wage, and that is what made it so hard to quit. It was like, you know, for what you're getting, it's really not that bad. Just suck it up. Yes, every single morning you wake up and hope you died in the night so you wouldn't have to go to work. Sure, that's fine. Every morning you'd sit at the edge of your bed and you'd think, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't find the energy to get up and leave the room. Whatever, suck it up, just go, because you know what, you get that tasty paycheck at the end of the month, and that's what makes it worth it. So it doesn't matter that you're not enjoying 37 hours of a week. Like, who cares? That's just time that you just have to just cut your losses and say, well, okay, I guess that's time that I don't get. And that worked for a bit, and then it just kind of hit a breaking point where it was like, you could die tomorrow. You could fall down the stairs of your building on your way to work and die. And that's it. You would have nothing to show for it, but like, you chose to live this way. You chose to be unhappy until the day you died. And that thought was so disgusting to me that it just became completely unacceptable to continue to live this way. It just was not, I couldn't do it anymore. I handed in my notice like that day. I was like, I can't do it. I can't continue to choose to be unhappy for a massive amount of my life, of my time. And I think it was kind of, what's that word for things that makes things bad? It was this word by extenuated, exacerbated. I don't think either of those. It was made a lot worse by what was happening in the world. You know, the Epstein files were like just released and stuff, and we knew that fucking billionaires are insane and disgusting and all that crazy shit, but it's like, what? Now it kind of feels a bit endgaming in life. It feels like, I saw a reel the other day that said it felt like that was the last kind of little test to see how desensitized we all are. And I think it worked. We're all too desensitized. No, I don't believe that. I believe in hope core. I think things are going to get better. But in light of all of that shit that was going down, I was just like, none of this fucking matters. None of the clients that I go to water their plants, who complain to me, the gardener, about their plants, because their £2 billion contracts that they're doing in their office are like undermined by one yellow leaf on a plant. That doesn't matter at all. None of it matters. And I'm not gonna bust my ass and get depressed about this job when it's so insignificant and it so doesn't matter. So I quit my job. It's been a month and a bit. Had a wicked time. I've been getting into, I've been doing my jewelry making. I've hung out with a bunch of my friends. I've started doing this. I've started making videos, which is good fun. I've gotten back into art in a big way, digital art, and other art I'm getting into too. I'm like walking more. I'm walking slower as well, I've noticed. I used to live in London, so I walked fast everywhere. And I can still turn it on when I need to. If I go back to London, you won't catch me doing tourist antics. I'm still a speed demon. But like out here, where I've moved to outside of London, you know, the walk to town, I think would take me like 25 minutes if I was walking at the pace I used to walk. But now it takes like 40 because it's a longer canal and I'm walking slow and I'm looking for herons, you know, like I'm looking for ducklings and I'm looking for red kites. I'm bird watching on my way to town. I'm living a slower pace of life and it's the best. And yes, my money worries are starting to creep in because I will run out of money and I will be like, oh fuck, I gotta get another job. And that's okay, because I can get another job and it'll be fine. It'll be okay because it'll be new. So at least for the first month, I can be like, all right, this is manageable, this is doable. Because I don't know, like I said, I really don't know how to explain it, but I think something big inside me has just massively shifted. And I'm so excited about my future. I don't know how or why or what I'm gonna do, but I know that I'm gonna do it. I have a really good feeling about the next year of my life. I think incredible things can happen. And I think you should believe that too. I think you should always believe that the best possible thing that can happen to you will happen to you. And I'm not saying that you have to like always have really high expectations for everything. I just think always go in expecting something brilliant. Like, I don't know, man. Life is really nuanced and weird because some people say the opposite. They say if you expect the worst, you'll never be disappointed. But I like to believe good things are happening for me. In the background, in the foreground, wherever I go, whatever I do, I'd like to believe that the universe is on my side and that things are going to go my way. And I think obviously bad things happen. You can't just live your life unless you're rich and have everything always happen the way you want it to happen because that's fucking boring. But I just really believe that a positive outlook, I think it does wonders. And I am really trying hard not to come off as like, don't be depressed, just smile. Because I've had my dark days. You know, I was a teenager and also an adult and also a woman. So fucking shit sucks. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, for fuck's sake, this again. But I think you can really do a lot for yourself by assuming that everyone wants the best for you and that everything is going to work out, especially long term. I think everything's going to work out. My ideal life for me is me and my beloved. We are sitting in our gorgeous cottage. I think we're a cottage. We've got like a little house, maybe a bungalow by the sea. Doesn't matter what sea, I just fucking love the ocean. I can hear a robin. And we're living comfortably. Like, we're not millionaires. We don't have to be, not in my fantasy. We can afford to eat good, wholesome food and do all of the things we want to do. Have like one nice holiday a year. I get to read my books and make my art and play my guitar and make my jewelry and watch my content and water my plants, like have like a little farm land, like not like a full-on farm. I've heard about farming and how it's like, you know, a lot of people's kind of dream, but it's not really a dream and it's a lot of hard work and apparently it sucks. So not that, but maybe like an allotment, like just to grow like little veggies, like potatoes maybe, courgettes, some fruits too, some strawberries, tomatoes. I don't really even like tomatoes, but I will. Whenever I sit, my window is over there, and when I sit here, I always see, like, if I see a bird go past, I'm just like, because I need to know what bird went past my window, because a lot of the time it's pigeons and seagulls, but sometimes it's herons or red kites or cormorants, which is very exciting for me because I love birds. Yeah, I've got humble dreams. My humble dreams are to retire to the coast. Ideally when I'm 28. I'm 27 now, so I've got a few months to make it happen, which is good. And I'll probably get a new job soon. I mean, unless, we'll see how badly this video ages, but I don't know. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm not unhappy. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm making more connections. I'm getting closer to the people that I love. I just expect good. I've got big dreams for the future. And they're not big in like, I want to be a movie star. They're big in that I want to have a really nice life. Oh, I've just ruined my hair. Like, this is like a perfect baby curl sometimes. I'm Clark Kent. Yeah, big dreams in that I'm gonna have a really nice life. I'm just trying to manifest it and speak it into existence. Not to say that I plan on being lazy. I don't, but I just think everything's gonna work out. So this wasn't what it was supposed to be. When I started this video, the idea was to like, I wanted to make a video about only you making the art that you can make, because I spend a lot of time on Pinterest and so many people have so many different styles, and I wanted to kind of make a video saying like, please keep making things, because even if you don't like how your art looks, someone else will. There's so many of us out there. There's like roughly 18 people on the whole planet, I think, I counted. So that's a lot of people that can enjoy your art, and I think you owe it to yourself to make it. You know, if you've got a message, if you've got something inside you, if you have something to express, please share it. Whether it is digital art or collage or music or interpretive dance or mime or short films or zines. If you have that creative urge, or jewelry or pottery or sculpture or upholstery or embroidery or crochet, you know, whatever. If you have something inside you that's like, I have something to share and I know I know a medium that I want to work with, please explore that medium, and please make something. Because even if it's absolute shit, someone will resonate with it and someone will like it. And it's like, making things is it's so human. It's the most human thing that we can do, I think, apart from like murder. No, not murder. I don't think humans are inherently evil. I think some people choose to be evil, but I don't think that's our natural way of being. You can try and be like, oh, but history, fuck off. I think people are good, and I'm going to believe that until I die. Sorry. I just think people are good. I know too many good people to believe that humanity is inherently evil. It's just, I won't believe it. So yeah, make things.